Eli Lilly is worth almost $1 trillion, built on one molecule that makes you eat less. Last year, its revenue grew 45%. This year, it plans to add roughly $17 billion more, a Fortune 100 company's worth of sales in 12 months. And it just launched the first weight loss pill. A pill scales where a weekly injection never could. This is Eli Lilly, the most valuable drug company on Earth and one of the most expensive. Let's run the numbers. Start with numbers that don't look like a pharma company. In 2025, Lilly did $65 billion in revenue, up 45% in a single year. Most big drug makers grow in the single digits. Lilly is growing like a tech startup at 100 times the size. The engine, Mounjaro, its diabetes drug, did $7.4 billion in the fourth quarter alone, up 110%. And for 2026, management guided to $80 to $83 billion. That's another 26% jump on an already enormous base. So what is everyone actually buying? One drug, two names. Tirzepatide, sold as Mounjaro for diabetes, and Zepbound for weight loss. Here's why it dominates. In trials, tirzepatide drops about 20% of body weight. Its main rival, Novo Nordisk's semaglutide, drops around 14. 6 points of body weight is the difference between a good drug and a phenomenon. That efficiency edge is why doctors reach for Lilly first, and why one molecule is rewriting the income statement of a company founded in 1876. Now, the catalyst that could blow the market wide open. Until now, these drugs were weekly injections. In April 2026, Lilly launched orforglipron, brand name Foundayo, the first GLP-1 weight loss pill. In its trial, the pill delivered over 12% weight loss. Not quite the injection, but close. And it's a pill. Here's why that matters more than the percentage. A pill is dramatically cheaper to manufacture, ship, and scale than a sterile injectable. That unlocks the rest of the world, and the hundreds of millions who will never take a weekly shot. Injections proved the science. The pill is how it goes global. So how does Lilly stack up against the other giant in this market? It isn't close. Lilly is worth about $965 billion. Novo Nordisk, the company that pioneered this category, is worth around $190 billion. A few years ago, they were neck and neck. Today, Lilly is roughly 5 times larger. It won on efficacy, on manufacturing scale, and now on getting the pill out first. Novo is left defending share with its own oral version and absorbing pricing pressure. If you like the company behind the trend, subscribe. Next in this series, the chip company quietly arming NVIDIA's biggest rivals. Step back and look at the prize. Analysts expect the GLP-1 market to reach more than $150 billion a year by 2030, and weight loss is just the opening act. These drugs are now being studied and approved for sleep apnea, for heart disease, for liver disease. Each new indication is a new multi-billion-dollar market layered on top. To feed it, Lilly is pouring tens of billions into new factories, including over $5 billion just to make more of tirzepatide's active ingredient. This is a company building capacity for a decade of demand. So here's the bull thesis. Stripped down. Lilly owns the most effective drugs in the fastest-growing market in medicine with the first pill and the most manufacturing capacity. Volume is exploding, new indications keep expanding the market, and the pill opens the entire globe. If you believe obesity treatment is a structural, decade-long wave, not a fad, Lilly is the purest, highest-quality way to own it. That's the case the bulls are paying up for. But high quality and good investment are not the same thing because of the price. Lilly trades around 30 times forward earnings. The S&P 500 trades around 21. Novo Nordisk trades around 14. You are paying a steep premium for that growth. And at 30 times earnings, perfection is priced in. Any stumble, a competitor's better data, a manufacturing miss, a guidance trim, and a stock priced for flawless execution falls hard. The business can be great and the stock still expensive. The subtler risk isn't the stock price, it's the drug price. Notice this. Last quarter, Lilly's volume rose 46%, but its realized price fell about 5%. As these drugs go mainstream, payers, governments, and new policies push back. Most favored nation pricing and Medicare negotiation are real headwinds. Add a wave of competitors, Novo's pill, Amgen's drug, and more behind them. And the long-run question isn't whether Lilly sells volume. It's what price it keeps. The bull case is volume. The bear case is price. Put the two giants side by side. Lilly, $965 billion, growing 26% at 30 times forward earnings. Novo, $190 billion at 14 times. Bulls say Lilly deserves every dollar of that premium. It has the better drugs and the bigger runway. Bears say you're paying a near trillion-dollar price for a single therapeutic area, just as pricing pressure builds. At $1 trillion, the obvious money has been made. From here, Lilly has to keep growing into one of the richest valuations in pharma history. So where do I land? In my view, this is the highest quality growth story in healthcare. And that quality is not in question. The debate is entirely about price, both kinds. On the stock, 30 times earnings leaves no margin for error. On the drug, net pricing is the line that decides whether this stays a hyper-grower. Lilly isn't a question of, is it a great company? It obviously is. It's a question of how much great is already in the price. My base case for the next 12 to 18 months. Most likely the growth keeps coming as the pill ramps, but the stock gets more sensitive to price and competition with every quarter. Watch 3 signals. First, the Foundayo pill ramp. Its first few quarters of sales are the swing factor for the whole global market thesis. Second, net realized price. Watch the volume versus price split. Worse than -5 to 10%, and pricing pressure is winning. Third, revenue against that $80 to $83 billion guide. Land in range, and the story holds. Upstream, Lilly depends on a massive manufacturing build-out. Downstream, it's reshaping food, fitness, and even insurance. The catalyst that lifts it. The pill becoming a blockbuster. The one that breaks it. A competitor matching it. In a pill, at a lower price. Eli Lilly turned one molecule into the most valuable drug company in history. And the first weight loss pill could make the story even bigger. The bull case is volume, the pill, and a decade-long wave. The bear case is the price of the stock and of the drug. At 30 times earnings, the market is betting the wave is just beginning. So far, every quarter says it's right. That was the 4th in our company deep dive series. One stock, all the numbers, no hype. I'm Big Z. Follow me. Spi azm Wardey and Fozobasya Busser. Anda Farshamoy. At the DDE Sanma, why Devor. Died the next DD. Bestean Mac Deep Dive.